Let's get into some black versus blue. We got a couple topics we want to talk about. So over this weekend, we had not one, but two drafts. Of course, we had the NFL draft, but we also had the inaugural draft for the Big Three Professional Basketball League, which was created by none other than Ice Cube, featuring former NBA greats, Hall of Famers. It's a 3-on-3 league, and their names tied to it like AI, GP, Gervin, Drexler, Dr. Dre, and even Charles Oakley. And I'm looking at the list of names of these people, and this is like the 1990s Hoop Head Almanac right here. And I just wanted to ask you guys, will this be entertaining at all? Hit or flop?
It's fitting that Ice Cube, one of the songs that he's most notorious for is No Vaseline.
God damn, I'm glad y'all said it all. Used to be hard, now you're just wet and soft.
This is going to be a flop.
So nobody.
This is a flop.
It'll be entertaining.
I might go to
right. That no.
CBS.
That painful way where you're watching something die, but you can't. Like that's my type of entertainment. So that's what I'm gonna like to see.
I think it's gonna piss like hoop heads off because you're gonna see like the competitive spirit and verve that you want to see from your star players today. But the talent level,
I don't even think you're gonna see that.
I think you will.
No, I think you're gonna see a 24-hour fitness, 6 a.m. in the morning, 3-on-3 basketball game.
Kev, what you just gonna say?
Hey, I'm gonna watch. I can't lie. I'm gonna watch. And I think it's gonna be entertaining, but let's not overlook the fact that this may be a good opportunity for Fox Sports. No, think about it. It's their big event that they haven't necessarily had. It's gonna be broadcasted during the summer where nobody's watching anything but baseball. If you decide to watch that, so I think if they can put on a good show, prove that they can carry an event like this, you never know.
Are you saying Fox Sports is televising it?
Yes, that's who's televising it.
And we all can't forget that there is that video of Kareem versus Dr. Dre, and it could be some shit like that, and that's highly entertaining. But moving on, as we previewed last week on our show, boxing is about to take off, and it did not disappoint.
Great start
with the best heavyweight fight in the last decade or so.
Yeah.
Great Anthony start. Joshua TKO'd Vladimir Klitschko in the 11th round. We actually ran a poll today on Twitter at the League AM, and it was, is Joshua the real deal? Hope versus hype. 82% said hope. What say you?
It is definitely hope, but Joshua is lucky.
Yeah.
Because if he would have fought Klitschko 10 years ago, he would have got knocked out.
Night.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. But at the same time, he did his job against the opponent who was in front of him, and he showed some grit, and he got up off the canvas. And that's my point, though. Klitschko was 41, and he couldn't finish the job.
I think we said he was 24-0, and actually he's 19. Yeah. This is only his 19th fight, right? I will say this, though. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I've seen better boxing skills out of Deontay Wilder.
That's one of my questions. I don't think he can beat Wilder because of the conditioning.
Yes.
Wilder is not going to be as reluctant as Klitschko, and he's just as tall, has a longer reach, and Joshua didn't have bomb squat, and he didn't have that much head movement. But the last question I'll say, we'll move on to this. I thought personally that this made Vladimir look a lot better in history. Taken away from this fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I actually think Joshua has a lot to learn from Vladimir because I thought he came in too heavy, and if he would do what Vladimir does and takes care of his body like he does, because he's a fitness guru, he would have a longer career because he's too heavy.
Agreed. Yeah, 250 was too heavy.
Agreed.
Okay, so over this past week, there's been a lot of news coming out in the sports realm. Our chief diplomat, Nick, shout out to Nick, wrote an article on Diplomatic Community. Please definitely check it out regarding the potential fall of a giant in sports branding. ESPN fired over 100 employees last week. Some big names like Andy Katz, Mark Stein, Chad Ford. Is this newsworthy or nothing to see here? Kev?
I think it's newsworthy, mainly because I think it's the ultimate nail in the coffin for ESPN in terms of being the worldwide leader in sports. When you let that much talent and know-how go out into the world where everyone, including ourselves, are creating a platform for what they think sports coverage should be, I think we're going to see all types of shows and podcasts and blogs and websites and stuff pop up from people who left ESPN and know how to actually do this right, instead of the MTV watered down version of sports that ESPN has been giving us for the last 5 years.
To piggyback off of that, keeping my music theme going, I am reminded of an album by Childish Gambino, Because the Internet. And basically ESPN
Ding, ding, ding.
ESPN took a huge bet on people still being into television programming, and they didn't see the wave that was coming. That is digital content and the internet. Really, people digest and consume information in a different way. They spent way too much money securing these deals with these professional leagues, and so you got to bite the bullet. It's basic business.
Yes, and Disney is making Marvel money, so people are actually overblowing this to me because Disney don't care.
Yeah, it's not about this is not an indictment on Disney.
Yeah,
it's about the brand of ESPN.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That used to be my favorite show every night in high school, college, SportsCenter. I haven't watched SportsCenter for real in like 5 to 8 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's because everything is instant now. You don't need to watch SportsCenter.
Yep.
Yeah, you can find it anywhere.
Or you can go to theleagueam.com.
Yeah, Kev.
Boom pow.